welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a little bit different since it is the start of National Infertility Awareness Week. We're going to just have some girl chat today about something that's kind of personal to me that I'm actually going through with a friend. So as you can tell by the topic, today's topic is my best friend's pregnant and how do I deal with that? So if you guys are interested into this topic, definitely keep watching. And guys, we're almost at 100 subscribers, so definitely if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you like the video and comment if you have any questions, but definitely subscribe to my channel. You don't want to miss what's going on. You don't want to miss when I get my BFP. I'm going to be sharing all of the tea with you guys, all of the news, every little thing, every step of the way. So definitely take 2 seconds to just go and hit the subscribe button for me so that you can be a part of the Smith Squad. Guys, so back to the topic now. So as you can tell again by the title, my best friend is pregnant. We've been best friends for about 10 years. I don't really know how to really describe our friendship, but it's a great friendship. We've only fallen out one time in the whole 10 years, and it was something that was stupid petty, but we got over it. But anyways, just to jump straight into the situation, this is a live situation that's actually happening, that's actually going on right now, and I don't know, like, it just feels really funky. So a few months ago, I did have a dream that she was pregnant, and I asked her, it was like, hey, like, are you pregnant? I had a dream, and she was like, oh my God, like, yes, I just found out. And I'm like, oh, okay. I had a dream and I just wanted to ask. And she was like, I totally just found out. I didn't tell anybody. And so I'm like, okay, you know, if you told somebody, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Whoever you told, that's fine. You know, in the midst of her, you know, talking about it, how just found out, she couldn't believe it, you know, I was like, well, you know, if you just found out like a few days ago, why didn't you tell me? And she was like, oh, well, I just wanted to see your, you know, tell you in person and, you know, see your reaction. And guys, like, honestly, I'm kind of glad that we had this phone conversation instead of us being in person, because although I was, you know, elated and happy for her, because they just got married. Well, they've been married for a year, I think, going on 2 years now. They really wasn't trying, but they really wasn't preventing anything. But you know, it happened, and I'm so happy for her. But in the midst of her talking about, you know, the whole just finding out, being so excited, and how God has blessed her, you know, I couldn't help but to just tear up. And then, like, I was just trying to get off the phone with her because I just started boo-hoo crying. And, you know, I didn't want her to think that it was her, because it wasn't her. It was happiness for her, but sad for me. And when I say sad for me because here it is, I've been trying for 3 years. I got pregnant, lost my baby, and then there's people around me that is getting pregnant, not trying, or not trying, you know, long and it working, or not having to go through any of the hardships that I've had to go through. Now, disclaimer, when I say that, I don't mean that other people have to go through that in order for their pregnancy to be validated. It just means that, goodness, like, I've worked so hard to try to get to the pregnancy stage, where here it is, people that's not even trying, people that hasn't been through what I've been through, people that haven't dealt with loss, they get it. So that's where the tears came from. But it was still like, thank you, God, for this blessing. Thank you, God, that you gave my friend this blessing, but I'm sad for me. So that's what I meant by that. That's where my tears came from. Now, me and her have, again, been friends for 10 years, but we never really discussed my pregnancy loss because I wasn't in a place where I wanted to talk to her about it. I didn't feel like she would understand. I felt like the only people that could understand was me and Nick. And even me and Nick didn't understand why or, what was happening. I don't know how to really explain it. I really wasn't open with a lot of people about it, so we really never had that conversation. Besides, we're trying again. We're in a place where we want to try again, but we never really talked about how bad it hurt or, how angry I was at God or anything like that. We didn't talk about anything like that, so she doesn't really know. All right, so fast forward to her first ultrasound day or whatever. So we had been chatting and, just checking on her or whatever, like we always do. Hey, girl, what you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll talk to you later. But one day, she just sent me a video. And when I watched the video, it was of her ultrasound. It was of her reaction of seeing her baby in her womb. For the very first time. It was very emotional, intimate, and it was very sweet. And I was, still happy for her, but it triggered me. And I know that I'm not the only person that have trigger moments, because I've seen it. I've in a lot of support groups of women that find certain things that trigger them. This ultrasound video triggered me. And when I say triggered me, it triggered me because it took me back to a place when me and Nick rushed to the hospital because I was bleeding, and they did ultrasounds. And when they did the ultrasounds, we didn't see anything. So that triggers me when I see other people's actual videos of ultrasounds. And so I just really politely told her I was happy for her, still letting her know, hey, yes, I'm still happy for you. It is a trigger. Please give me a warning. I was very calm when I said this. Please give me a warning when you send any ultrasound pictures or videos, because it is a trigger for me. I did not explain why it was a trigger. She did not ask me why it was a trigger. But she just, said, okay, I can respect that. And one of the things that bother me with this whole situation is that I tell her, hey, I'm still happy for you. I still make sure I let her know this very moment is all about you. But, and I'm still happy for you, but certain things I ask you to do too, so that I can protect myself, so I can protect my feelings, so that I won't go into a place of disconnect. But my issue is that she never asked, like, well, okay, I understand that this triggers you, but why does it trigger you? Or why does this make you feel how you feel? And so she never asked that. So I never get to explain. And so it leads us in a place of disconnect. It leads us in a place where I kind of fall back, like, that made me feel some kind of way. I'm trying to be happy for her. I am happy for her, but certain things just bother me, And I think that's where the problem is. And so I kind of fell back on communicating, because I don't know how to, I don't know how to, explain how I feel, as far as I want to see these things. I want to know about your pregnancy. It's important to me. This child is from God. This child is loved by me. But certain things certain things make me feel certain ways, dealing with what I'm dealing with. And so this is why I'm so excited about Infertility Awareness Week, is because people need to know of people that's dealing with loss, miscarriage, just, all the things that infertility brings, everything that infertility is about. So back to what I was saying, I'm so excited about this week because, you know, on my Facebook, I'm always trying to educate, talk about my feelings, you know, tell other women that's silent or, you know, they grieve and they deal with infertility in private that you're not alone. And then also I share my YouTube channel with them. Like, you can look at my videos. Hopefully this will, you know, inspire you to speak up and speak out, speak loud, and just own your journey. Like, we're all in this together. And I do that because I want people to see. I want my friends to ask questions. I want my friends to know how I feel, and not be afraid to share their pregnancy with me, to share their journey with me, but to understand that there are boundaries. There are boundaries. It doesn't mean that I'm not happy for you. It doesn't mean that I am jealous or envious of you, because what God has for you is for you. What God has for me will be for me. So I don't feel any of those feelings, but I do have boundaries, and it's important for my friends to know that. I mean, who's to say that I don't have another friend that will get pregnant before me? I need them to understand that there are boundaries. If I got pregnant and my friends were trying to have a second baby and they was dealing with secondary infertility, I would understand that there are boundaries and that I'm currently pregnant and they are having a hard time. So I would understand there's boundaries and there's so much that they can take. But it doesn't mean that there's any type of unhappiness there. That's one of the things that I've had a hard time dealing with. Excuse me, guys. In my last year, my very close friends were having a baby. And I struggled a bit through their pregnancy. I was super elated for them, super happy. There's times that we all prayed together for this. So I was happy. And even did their baby shower. Everything was good, but we had several conversations of where we were. Oh, well, when this happens, it makes me feel this way. This moment is still about you. But certain things trigger me. Certain things make me feel this way. And it was so much understood that we didn't have any issues. And so that's what I expected this time around. And if, you know, vice versa, I would be the same. I would be understanding of it. But I still feel like there's just a disconnect. So the reason why I was coming to you guys is just to kind of explain my situation, because I have seen other YouTube channels where they're like, oh, you know, you just be happy for them. You don't say how you feel. You just, you know, put that to the side. Put your feelings to the side and just congratulate them and, you know, this and that. No, I can't be fake about it. I'm going to be true to me, be true to my own feelings, and still be happy for somebody, but still require you to respect my boundaries. If my boundaries cannot be respected, then this is where I have to draw the line and be happy for you from afar. I used to feel like, oh, that makes me a bad friend or selfish. No, it doesn't. It's taking care of you. Taking care of your mental, because infertility is hard. Infertility is hard. You have to be courageous. You have to be strong. You have to be, you know, you have to be a lot of things to get through it. You just have to. And you have to do what works for you. And so I encourage everybody, you know, if you're in this situation, to do what's best for you. It doesn't mean that you're not happy for your friends or family. It doesn't mean that, but you have to take care of your mental, because infertility brings it just messes with your mental, you know, it gives you mental issues. Not mental issues, but you really have times where you're just out of it. I'll just say that. where you're just out of it because you don't understand, like, what the hell is happening? Why is my body broken? Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? Why isn't it not doing what it's supposed to do? God made women so that we can procreate. Why isn't my body doing that? And then it's like, here's my friend, her body's doing what it's supposed to do. Her body's not broken. Her body is procreating, and she's a woman just like me. What's the difference? Is she better than me? Does God feel that she's, deserves the blessing more than me? It's you think about all those things, and none of those things are true. None of those things are true. So that's what I mean by the mental. It really affects your mental. So yeah, I didn't want this to be a long video. Just kind of wanted to vent, and also just know how you guys deal with it. If you've been in this situation, definitely comment below. Let me know how you handled the situation. What were your boundaries? Did you have to set any boundaries at all? Or were you just genuinely okay with everything? If so, no matter how you felt, definitely comment below. Let me know how you felt. And if you have any advice, let me know. But I don't feel like I'm being selfish. I don't feel like I'm being mean. I'm taking care of me and still being happy. And that's what I plan to do the rest of her pregnancy, is support, because that's my best friend. I do love her. I do love her baby, even though I haven't met the baby. Also, I was a bit upset because I found out the name of the baby on Facebook. And I'm like, I'm your best friend. Like, why didn't you, or how come I didn't know? And she's like, oh, well, I don't know really what's okay to share with you. And I'm like, I will never deprive you of sharing any good news about your pregnancy or your life, no matter where we are, in life. If you're ahead of me or behind me, it doesn't matter. It's not a competition. So yeah, I mean, it was a lot. We had a conversation. I told her that, she can share whatever she wants to share with me. I'm open with that, but please respect my boundaries. So yeah, I feel like at this point I'm just rambling, but definitely leave your comments down below. If you're new to my channel, definitely hit the subscribe button. Like this video if you like it. And also, I appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving me. My YouTube channel is growing. I'm trying to keep some good content for you guys. If you have any ideas of what you want to see me talk about or Nick to talk about, definitely let us know. Hit us up below with a comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking and what you think about this video. Until then, that's all, guys. I love you guys so much, and thank you guys for watching. Mwah!